Hi, you guys. Okay, so I am going to let you guys know it's my first time going live. I'm super excited. So if you are watching me for the first time, or you're watching this for the first time, it would have to be your first time because it's my first time going live. Then click the link below, share it with your friends. We are just gonna have a little bit of fun tonight playing with some makeup, because why not? So I just wanna thank everyone who is on here. I'm gonna give it just a minute to build an audience a little bit, because I know Facebook does take some time. So I opened this page today, Fit 5 Mom Creations. And why did I do that? Some of you know me pretty well, some of you don't know me very well. And so while it's building an audience, I'll just take a minute to explain. So I really am passionate about helping women like me who are in the midst of their life, the midst of their career, the midst of their family, whatever it is. Just remember that it is okay to do some self-care. It is okay to remember that you are worth it, and it is okay to enjoy yourself and not feel the stresses of being perfect. Hi, Will. Hi. So I really want to use this platform as an opportunity to help other women feel empowered and just feel really good in your skin. And there's lots of different ways that you can do that. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm so excited that you joined me today. So hopefully Facebook keeps building a little bit of an audience here. And if you're on, say hi, let me know you're here, ask questions. I'm happy to help explain anything that we go through today. But say hi, let me know that you're here. And if you are watching the replay, put hashtag replay or hashtag tardy, and let me know that you are watching it. Okay, so I went out with my family today, and we went up to the top of Pikes Peak. I currently live in Colorado. And came home, and I just, washed my face in my regular face routine, because I don't like to put makeup on a face that has had grease and stuff on it all day. So I just re-washed. I always use moisturizer after I wash my face, particularly in my eye area. And what we're gonna use today is this right here. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, there we go. This is the BB cream. And so BB cream has a little bit, this is what's considered a light to medium coverage. It is a buildable coverage. We're gonna use the shade light to medium today. And so far, this has been one of my favorite foundations to use. So during the week, even though I put makeup on every day, this is a weekday too, this is Monday, but in my regular office job, I don't typically wear a foundation. But I gotta tell you, this one is awesome. All of our foundations are great. They don't feel heavy at all. I don't know if you remember, as a kid, when I was a kid and I first started putting on makeup, I definitely felt when I had foundation on and when I didn't. But hey, yay for adulthood. You get to kind of move up and out of that phase. So I'm just putting some on the back of my hand here. And then this is a kabuki brush. It's a flat brush. I got it off of Amazon. It was not super expensive. And I'm just gonna start to blend this in on my face right here. And I know, right, as soon as I put that on, a lot of you probably went, oh my gosh, it looks like there's paint on your face, but I don't. And I guarantee you this will blend out beautifully. And it blends in with my natural skin tone. And I'm gonna take it down. I always like to make sure, I probably overdo my neck, but I remember, growing up, we always had, when you first start putting on makeup, it's so hard. Sometimes you gotta learn. And I remember those girls that always had like the line, right? You remember they would stop right here. Makeup just went to right here. And so you'd have this like orange line right across the face. It's not a good look. We don't want to do that. That is not a good look for anyone. So we want to take it up into your ears, because your skin doesn't stop right here. It doesn't stop at your hairline. It goes all the way up, goes all the way down your neck. And even though this matches my skin tone really, really well, I still don't like to have a very obvious line between my face and the rest of my neck and my ears and into my hairline and everything else. So just putting this on. And you can see it's gonna even me out pretty quickly. I'm gonna bring it down here, up here on the forehead, and again, you know, blend it. I always like to blend it in right here to my hairline, right? Just like this. If you're jumping on, say hi, let me know you're here. Let me know you're watching. So exciting. First live. So I have used everything on the back of my hand here, and I just want to make sure I have a little even coverage all over my face. So again, this is the BB cream. If you're just joining, BB cream light to medium, love this. Super light, has a moisturizer element to it. Also has sunscreen in it. So I have sunscreen in my moisturizer, but this gives me another layer if I was gonna wear this, you know, all day, every day. It's whatever, what time is it? It's 7:30, it's okay. We're putting on our makeup for the day at 7:30. If I was putting this on first thing in the morning, it would just give me some added SPF throughout the day. And I have found that I have this lovely byproduct of aging a little, where if I get too much sun, I start to get these dark spots. Hi Mel, hi Mallory. I start to get these dark spots, and so SPF coverage, super important to me. I really want to make sure I have my SPF on, because the more that I have on, the less my skin is exposed and the less I get those dark spots. So that is something the BB cream will do for you. Okay, so Mallory, yes, bedtime. Oh, hallelujah, girl. We don't even have a bedtime for our kids anymore during the summer. That's so bad. Don't judge. Don't judge. It's okay. They get sleep. They get plenty of sleep. They also don't have a certain time they gotta wake up. We make sure, you know, they're in bed at a somewhat reasonable hour. Okay, so got that on. It's beautiful. I love it. I don't even have I don't have rosacea in my skin. I don't have red blotches in my skin, and you can see that just really evened my whole skin tone out. I have a little bit of patchiness, a little bit, and this is just beautiful. There's no other way around it. It is beautiful, you guys. So that's our BB cream, light to medium. That's what it looks like. Again, I'll just show it to you right here. It's awesome. It's awesome. I just started using it and I love it. I love it. It's one of my favorites so far. Okay, so I'm gonna get my base face on. I also really enjoy using concealer, and this, I have a box right now for all of my stuff. Hi Lorena, hi Lorena. We're gonna upgrade from that in a little bit, but it's okay. Hey, the box works right now, it's totally fine. Okay, so you might hear me rattling around a little bit. All right, so this right here is the best concealer. It's the best, you guys. I was using a department store high-end concealer. We won't talk about the name brand. And I just started using this a couple weeks ago. And this stuff is thebomb.com. It is as good. I would say it's better. I have worn this concealer, you guys. I've put it on in the morning at like 7:30 in the morning. I have worn it all day. I have come home, fallen asleep on the couch, woke up, gone to bed, and woke up the next morning because I didn't wash my face because, you know, sometimes life happens. You just want to go to bed. And it's still on. So, I mean, we're talking about like 24 hours of wear out of this little guy right here. Amazing. This is in the color 03 Light Ivory because I'm pretty fair. Amazing, amazing concealer, you guys. So, and when I use it, I like to put it on I have put it on with my fingers. I have used a brush. I know, Mallory, it's insane. It's insane. But this is my favorite way to apply it that I have found so far. So this is just a beauty blender. This one is from Farmasi. You can get them anywhere. You can get them in a drugstore. And I like to use this to apply it. And I also prefer to use this when it is slightly dampened, okay? You can use it dry. You can use a brush. Whatever works for you, this is the way that I prefer. Because I have found, and I'm gonna get a mirror out here so I don't have to be like right up in the face of the camera. I have found that I really like it when I like it damp, because then it does not take off as much product. The first time that I used it dry, and I found that it took off a little bit of the product there. So just the beauty blender going in. You can see, you guys, like that just gave me some dimension and lightened under my eye right there. You could take this on your upper eyelid as well. If you wanted to use it as like a primer to your eyeshadow, could totally do that. I'm gonna use eyeshadow primer in a little bit, but this would be another great way. And I am telling you, all day, my eyes are gonna look like this for as long as I have this on, at least 24 hours until I choose to take it off. It is so good, and it's super light. I mean, I just put on foundation and this concealer, and I don't feel like I have anything more on than like moisturizer right now. So good, so good. And my favorite thing to do with this, to help extend the wear of it, not like it needed it, but is this. This is like, I feel like this is such an amazing trick. I don't know why nobody told me about this before. I don't know why I didn't know this before. This right here is our translucent setting powder. Okay, so it looks white, and you might think that I am using it because I'm light skinned and it's white. It has nothing to do with it. I'm gonna put it on in just a second. Check this out. Don't freak out. I know it looks white. It's not gonna stay white. This is setting that concealer and helps add that little extra like staying powder. I can't talk. Staying power, so that this is gonna lock on again for as long as I wear it. I have personally worn this concealer and this translucent setting powder for 24 hours, and that stuff was still there the next day. After sleeping in it, on the couch, in the bed, working in it all day. Amazing. And I think, you know, when I put my makeup on for the day, I don't want to deal with it anymore. I am not about signing up for a commitment to constantly be refreshing my makeup. I don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. I don't care if you work in an office. I don't care if you stay at home. I don't care if you're chilling in quarantine in your pajamas all day. When you put your makeup on, you don't want to mess with it again. And that's exactly what these products do for you, is you put it on, you don't have to mess with it. Now, I know you might, first of all, can we just look how bright that is? It's so bright. And I'm gonna go back in just a minute and put a little bit of, I'm gonna fly brushes out at me. I'm gonna put a little bit of extra powder on the rest of my face. But you wouldn't even have to do this. I could just kind of brush off the excess powder, and that's it. You can't even see. You couldn't see if it was white when I put it on. It just sets that. What I'm putting on now is a little bit of the face perfecting powder. This is a powder, and I will tell you, like, my regular routine, I mentioned earlier I don't usually use a BB cream, but my regular routine, this is my foundation. This is a completely coverage base. This will give me the coverage that I'm looking for on a day-to-day basis. And also, last, I'm just building it up a little bit extra here tonight because I feel like it, because I can. Because why not? But it is, I can put this on without any kind of foundation underneath it, and this will also even out my skin tone just by itself. This is our face perfecting press powder. I am very fair, so this is number 2 for me, but we can color match you. Find out what color matches for you, send me a note, and we can get you into all of these great products as well. So good. And I know sometimes, like if you're putting several layers of makeup on your face, you can start to get a smell, like you can start to smell the product. There's no smell to these. Some of them have a very light smell, but I don't smell it. I'm pretty sensitive. If you've had kids and you've been pregnant, or you have like had to clean us copious amounts of dirty diapers in your life, you know that your smell is enhanced, and I don't smell it. So I'll take that as a good sign. Okay, so this is the base, you guys. This is the base. Super easy. I love it. Look how even it is. You could, you know, if you were new to makeup or you were pressed for time, you go out with this, throw on a little mascara, throw on a little blush, you'd be good to hook, sister, all day long. Because I have a little extra time here, we're gonna do a little more. But this will stay for you all day long. And it's beautiful, and it doesn't look orange, and it's not gonna like slip on your skin or dry. It doesn't get patchy. I've been testing these products for a couple of weeks now, and I've been testing them at work, I've been testing them at home, I've been testing them outside, inside, you know, a lot of different things. So I have found that it stays all day in a range of environments, which is awesome because you're really getting your money's worth out of that. So, okay, now one of my other new adds to my collection here is this little bad boy right here. And this is our contour stick. So you can contour in a bunch of different ways if you choose to. You don't even have to with these, but if you, I am very, very fair. I totally said good to hook, yes. I'm very fair, and so I can look washed out pretty easily, even in the summer, even if I have a little bit of tan to me. And like I said, I try to avoid the sun because it gives me some dark spots. So this helps me just create some dimension to my face. I'm not trying to shadow, I'm not trying to like create, you know, big pockets. It just gives a little bit of dimension so that I'm not so flat right here. Okay, so when I contour, if I was sucking my cheeks like this, or talk like this. Okay, here's my cheekbone right here. I want to run this line just under it, and then blush goes on the cheekbone, and then highlighter, should you choose to use it, goes just above it. Okay, and that is how I have learned and how I do my contouring, and it's worked pretty well. So I'm gonna go with that. Light-handed. Again, I'm pretty fair, so I don't need to like have a big, you know, crayon amount. Some women are very, very proficient at that. Some men are very proficient at that. And I just feel like I don't want to do that look tonight. But if that works for you, hey sister, you have at it. You do you. But I like just this little line right here. And if I need to do more, then I haven't overdone it. I can always go back in and do more. The other place that I like to add just a little bit of contouring, it's like a natural shadow up here by my hairline. And again, because I would rather go back in and do more, I will just start with a little bit there. And then run it down the side. So I am not taking this and like, you know, carving it into my face. I just prefer not to do that. And you're gonna see in just a minute, this is gonna work out just fine. So I take this brush right here, it's got a little bit of an angle to it. And again, I wanna make sure it kind of runs from my hairline in. And I'm just gonna take and buff this out a little bit. And I like to use like an upsweep motion so that it doesn't draw down into the bottom part of my face. I said that and then I went, but typically an upsweeping motion so that it is framing. See the apple of my cheek? It's framing just under my cheek line right here. Okay. Let me just make sure. see it in the mirror. So see, it's not huge, but it gives my face just a little bit of dimension right there, under where my cheeks are. And come back in here like this, Name that movie. Pucker up, like this, right here. And I want to just make sure that line is, you know, carving in. These are the best tools, it's fine. Carving in right under my cheek right there, so that when I put my blush on, it creates just that little bit of shadow. Okay, and then up here, same thing. We're just gonna rub that in. We wanna make sure we get into the hairline a little bit so that your foundation doesn't, you know, go into your hairline and then your contouring stops right there. You don't want a line right there. And because I am fair, I don't need a lot to give some of that shadowing. You see that? I could go down here if I wanted to, but I don't think I'm going to tonight. I just want to have a little bit of shadowing right here and to give some dimension down on those cheeks. Okay. You could do this without a contour stick. I have done this before with eyeshadow. You could do this with, we sell an actual contour palette that is powder that you could use. Powder, or this stick is kind of like a cream. Either way, look at that. Just enough, just enough. Okay, now, the other thing I'm gonna do before the setting spray is I'm gonna extend out my eyebrows a little bit. So I have been playing with this for the last couple of days, and something kept bothering me about these eyebrows. I don't do a ton with my eyebrows because they're light, and you know, my hair is light, like I said, I'm fair, and so I don't purposely create a very like strong brow. But I found that like when I'm putting on a lot of foundation, that sometimes the brows can get lost. And so I was playing with the other day, and I was like, something is just wrong. Something is wrong about how these eyebrows are looking. And I realized that my eyebrows are a little bit short of the recommended place on your face. So there are, oh, see, and I put a little mark right there. Oh, super, that was so good. Eyebrow on the concealer, I like it, not really. Okay, so when I was playing around with them a little bit last night, I was playing around with how to pull them out. So we have, you know, a number of products that you can do this. If you have really, really, you know, amazing eyebrows already, you can do nothing to them. You can just sweep them out and kind of organize them a little bit, because, you know, sometimes they get a little crazy, right? You wake up in the morning, your eyebrows are a little nuts, so we just kind of brush them out a little bit. So this is our eyebrow pencil. This is the color blonde. I'm just gonna show you what I do. And I don't do this every time, but if I feel like my brows are getting a little bit lost on my face, then I will come in and do this. So let me turn this way so you can see what I'm doing here. So, my goodness. I pushed this up last night to sharpen it, and it has a little bit of stuff on the end here. So I am just going to run this as though I was creating like hairs right here, right? So that it brings it out a little bit. See that? It's extending it out closer into my face. Or closer, it's on my face, it's fine. To the bridge of my nose right here. Okay. And I am just doing the same. Now I'm gonna highlight, I'm gonna run this right here. And then if you wanted to, you can put your pencil right here. That's about where the curve of your eye should be from the the tip of your nose, dissecting your eye right there. And then you can just curve that down and fill it in. You can do this with this pen, you can do it with brow powder, you can do it with all kinds of things. This is my preference right now because I have lighter brows, and I most of the time do not prefer a really bold brow, and this just helps me get a little bit of color and extend them a little bit to the center of my face without doing that. And it doesn't take a super long time. And if I had, you know, checked my tools here before I started using them, I wouldn't have had that extra right there. Okay, so you see that? So, and then I like to go back in with this little mascara or spoolie brushing right here and just kind of blend those pencil marks in so that you can't really see where they start. That's not too bad. Look, I am playing with this makeup, you guys. It's makeup. If you mess it up, which I have done, is not a big deal. Just take it off. Just take it off and start back over. Don't let it be intimidating. Don't let it stop you from trying. I never did my brows once in my life until about a week and a half ago. It's fine. You will get better. Practice is something that everybody needs, and there is nothing wrong with taking some time on a Saturday or on a Sunday afternoon and doing some things that are fun and enjoyable for you with your makeup, and just practice it. It does not have to be perfect. You know, try some different things and just see if you like them. And if you don't, it washes right off. It's amazing. So I don't think I've, you know, for some of you that may not know me super well, my husband and I have 5 children. You can totally hear him yelling at them in the background. It's fine, it's fine. We have 5 children together. Our oldest, Vivian, is 11, and she just graduated from 5th grade and is going into junior high here in a couple of months. And we call ourselves the Loud House. And I hope that's not a copyright for Nickelodeon, but when you have 5 kids between the ages of 11 and 3, and I have twins, I have twin girls as well, your house gets loud. I don't know another way around it. I don't know, maybe we're doing it wrong. I think we're fine, but it gets loud. It gets loud when they're playing. It may get loud when you're yelling at them. It's fine, it's fine. It's just loud, and we learn to love it. It's okay. Okay, so I think we are done here. So I've just filled these in a little bit and given them some color and some shape so that they don't blend in with the rest of my face. Okay, and if you notice, right, like this is, I don't think I mentioned, this is the blonde because I am blonde, but my hair is a little bit darker at my roots, and that is the color I personally, unless that is a look that you are going for, I like to stay no darker than the root so that it looks natural to my face. And this is what does that for me, but we have it in a number of colors, obviously. Okay, so before I go on any further, this stuff right here is awesome. This is our Time Locker setting spray. And so I'm just gonna spray this on. I know it's like in the evening, but that's okay. I'm still gonna do it so I can show you guys. This stuff is amazing, and it helps keep your makeup on and set all day. Even though I'm gonna take this off before I go to bed tonight, putting this on helps extend the wear of the product. And because we have really long lasting products anyway, this just makes it last even further. So, and it smells good. he doesn't like to smell good. This is one of the few products that has just a little bit of a smell to it, and it's amazing. And it's also very mild, so. I'm scrunching up because it's gonna be cold. What? Okay. Just a little bit. Just a little bit's all you need. Now, I'm gonna reach out for whatever's on my husband's desk here. I'm just gonna enjoy this for a moment. All right, so it's a setting spray. It's wet. I wanna make sure that this is completely dry on my face before I apply any more product. If I was to, like it's still a little bit damp right here. If I was to start putting blush on right now, and you can put this on after you put your blush on, the thing is that I just wouldn't apply any more product to your face while this is on it and it's wet. You can apply it before, you can apply it after, and after it's dry, but while it's wet, it could be the best blush in the world, and it won't look right if you put it on while you have moisture droplets on your face, okay? So, I'm just gonna put that on. Just enjoy the fanning for moments. Gone with the wind moments where you just fan away. Okay, totally dry now. So that will just help everything set. The foundation, the concealer, the contouring, the brows, right? It will help make sure that everything stays in place throughout the day. Okay, so we're going to go in and do some eyes here. Let's see. We have these amazing little like makeup trios right here. These are awesome because it takes the guesswork out of what colors will go together. We also have, of course, a bunch of, this is vintage season, we have a bunch of different shades that you can buy by themselves. But this is kind of nice if you're A, in a hurry, or B, new, and you just kind of want to figure this out here. Okay, so I'm going to use this trio powder. It is called Vintage Season, and it's got these really beautiful, it's got like this cream sateen shadow here. This is kind of like a very soft violet color, and then this one has a little bit more of the pink. And it has this nice little mirror right here, which makes it very convenient. So I'm going in with just this is a blending brush. Oh, you guys, I almost forgot. I told you I was gonna use eye primer and I almost forgot. Almost, not quite. Okay. Nope. I'm gonna get more organized. Just give me some time, my friends. Give me some time. I will get it together. Hold on, I gotta go. Ah, here it is. Okay. Primer. Now, you don't necessarily have to use this. These products are great. I like to do it so that I'm seeing more brightness out of the color of the eyeshadow. If I was not, overly concerned about that at this particular time, you don't have to use it. The eyeshadow still looks great. This just helps enhance the ability to see the colors. It makes them a little bit brighter on your lid. I'm gonna take that all the way down. Like I said, you could use your concealer to do this as well if you prefer. You could use nothing. You could use this eyeshadow primer. It's awesome. So you can see like it kind of creates this blank palette. So I'm gonna go in now. I'm gonna go in. And I'm gonna use this middle color right here. Hi, Deborah. How are you? Okay. And I'm just going to run that as a transition color. I'm gonna stay more so on the outside of the eye. Okay. You can see, like, I haven't even, dipped in a lot of product. You can already see it on my eyelid. That is because of the eye primer. See? You like that? Uh-huh. Okay. So I'm gonna do this here. I'm gonna come to the other side. Just like this. Okay, and you guys, I have pretty deep set eyes, right? You can see. I don't have a hooded eye, but this is my brow bone right here. You can definitely see that they are more inset. That's fine. That just means that when I am doing my eyeshadow, I always bring it up at least on this brow bone a little bit, because if I was to put glasses on, maybe some of us need reading glasses, okay? If I was to put glasses on, if I was to, then you wouldn't see it unless I brought it up here, and these colors are beautiful. And if you were gonna put the time into your makeup, you want people to see it. You wanna see, you wanna know that it can be seen. So I like to bring it up here, just like that, and you can see it. See? And I'm gonna tell you guys, I could get right up in here. You know what you don't see right here? You don't see a lot of fallout. In fact, you don't see any fallout, which means that I could do my eyes anytime. I could do them before I put on my foundation. I can do them like I'm doing them now, or I've done it after my foundation, and I'm not worried about like having all of this color down here. Now, if I was, you know, doing more of a smoky eye, and I was really putting on some dark colors repeatedly to get a particular look, then I might have a little more. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Thank you. That's so nice of you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. If I was doing that, then I might have, you know, some more, but just that little bit, I don't have any. I don't have any. I can, whew, just like this, and I don't have to worry about any color streaking across my face. Okay, now I'm gonna go in. This is like, I don't know exactly what this brush is called, but it looks like the tip of a bullet to me, so I call it a bullet brush. And I'm using that on this color right here because I want it to have a little bit more precise placement. So that other brush that I was using was a little bit wider and I was kind of circling it around. This one I want to be more precise. And I'm gonna take it into the crease right here and up on the brow line to create more of a shadow. See that shadow? Okay. Just like this. I'm gonna run it down here so that it creates kind of like a backwards 7. That's gonna give me that little bit of a tip that I'm looking for on the end. Like that. See that? This is just the one color, and this is with the other color added. Okay. Now, it doesn't take very long. You're working with really good product and not, you know, not a not good product, not a not quality product, let's say that, then I feel like you have to do more application so that you're getting the product onto your skin. These are not that way. Okay, so just using this in a more deliberate fashion. All right. Now, I still think that your hands are the best tool sometimes. Okay. I feel like I'm not really being quiet because I'm concentrating really hard on making sure these match. I feel like maybe they're not quite matching. Okay. I think they're okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna take the same, I'm not gonna take the same brush just yet. It'll be back though. Okay, I'm gonna take a flat brush. You can see this one is flatter across and it's a little thinner. And I'm gonna use this to apply this lighter color right here. And I'm gonna use this color to really lighten the inner eye and also blend out the line of where I stopped the previous two colors. Because I only brought them in about halfway up halfway into my eyelid. And so I've used this to kind of blur that line a little bit. Okay. Show you this way. And go back this way. The light's a little bit better. Let me think. Okay. So see how it's lighter now on the inside of my eye, and you can't see as defined a line of where the other color stops. I feel like they're not quite even. See? I told you. It just takes practice. I am no exception, my friends. No exception at all. You can double fist it, double brush it, whatever you need to do. Okay. Okay. I feel like that's better. Now, this brush, I told you was gonna come back because I'm gonna just wipe off a little bit extra right here. And then I'm gonna go back in with this kind of purplish color. And I'm gonna bring it down right under my eyelid. And what I'm trying to do is extend the line of my lower lash line right there. And I'm not bringing it all the way in to the corner of my eye. I'm just using a little extra right here. Okay. Same thing on this side. I'm just trying to extend that line up. Okay. Hi, Lynetta. So good to see you. How are you? Okay. So I brought that in a little bit. And this brush, like I said, just gives me a little bit more precision, but it's not a liner brush. I'm not lining my eyes tonight. I just want that to have a little bit of extra color down there so that it ties to the top. And there's also not this like shelf where the color stops. Okay. Now, this little tool right here, you guys, I swear I'm gonna get organized. This is driving me nuts. It's okay though. All right, I had to go off camera. This bad boy right here is awesome. This is our Extension Lash Mascara. And it, like everything else, is long lasting and is going to stay on your lashes until you choose to take them off. And it's totally awesome because, check out this. It has this amazing brush. It has long bristles on one side. I think you can see them. Can you see them? Long bristles, shorter bristles. And it's gonna help bring out all of the lashes. All the lashes, all the things, all the lashes. You might not have even known you had all these lashes. So, now I am also, sometimes I put my mascara on before my eyeshadow because sometimes it'll touch my skin behind my lash line onto the lid and it creates a line right there. And so I'll have to go in and clean that up. And I don't want to do that after all the hard work I just spent on that eyeshadow. So I'm being particularly careful tonight, so I don't have to do that because I didn't bring any Q-tips down here. It's fine. Okay. So I'm just rolling that out. Just like that. I'm making several passes, but really this is the first coat because I have not dipped my brush back into the mascara tube yet. And go in with the shorter side, make sure that I'm getting it all right at the base. Look at that, you guys. One coat. One coat. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, and it's once it's dry, it's not going anywhere. I could go back and do another coat. Once it gets a little tacky, that's when I prefer to do it. I'm gonna swing over here. I feel like my eyes are sisters tonight and not twins. You ever feel like that? You say that about like your brows, that they should be twins? You're always trying to make it even. And I feel like they're related, but they're not identical. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa. Okay. So again, I'm being very careful because just me. Does anybody else have that problem? Do you ever like put your mascara on and it'll touch the line behind, like your eyelid behind your lashes, and then you get this line there that you have to go back in and clean up? And so that's why I usually do it, or I do it most often. I'll apply my mascara. This one, I'm gonna do a second coat on this side. Before I put on my eyeshadow, because then I'll let it dry and I'll go in and do that line, take care of that with like a Q-tip, and then I'll apply my eyeshadow. And I know a lot of times you can then get powder on the top lash of your mascara if you do your mascara first. I'm generally okay with that because then I'll just do a pass over it with the mascara again, and it'll take that powder off. But tonight we're doing it this way because I know that a lot of ladies out there put their mascara on after their eyeshadow. That's okay. It's okay. Anything is okay. It's fine. There is no set way that you must do or apply your makeup. Whatever works for you. Huge difference. Hi, Vanessa. I am live now. I'm so glad you caught it. That's awesome. Vanessa and I worked together a long time ago. It's actually not that long ago. Does it feel that long ago to you? And she's amazing. Her and Lynetta, amazing. Okay, so then I like to go back in with the tip right here because there's always extra product. And again, I get really nervous about like putting the mascara on and then potentially, if I touched my concealer, you guys, it's any concealer, doesn't matter what it is, it's such a pain in the butt to go back and fix it. Oh, it's the worst. That's okay. So we're just being extra careful. Oh, I'm gonna break my own rule. Extra careful to get those bottom lashes. Not everybody does their bottom lashes. Also fine. Sometimes if I'm going for a particular look, I don't always do them either. I do them most of the time though. So I feel like I wanna have credit for them. They're there. Okay. We're gonna come back in here and just very, very lightly, I kind of just touch them. Back and forth right here, and then just kind of straighten them out. Look at that, you guys. And just like that, we've got these amazing lashes. I told you, lash extension. Remember, I only did one coat on this top one. So if I was to go back in and do another coat, do you guys ever have where your lashes fall out? Can we talk about that for a second? Do you ever, I feel like sometimes my lashes, just like the rest of my hair, they'll like grow and then they'll fall out. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if anybody else has that. Maybe it's just me, but I will definitely have periods of time where there'll be like a gap in my lash line. I know you can get individual, falsies to help with that. I don't, but I'm just curious if that happens to anybody else, because it definitely happens to me. So right now I'm loving that I don't have one of those gaps. Okay. That was like at most 2 layers, you guys. And look at that. So I'm gonna let that dry and then I'm gonna curl them. Like out of this world, it's gonna be phenomenal. All right, so we put on some contour. I wanna go back and do some blush now. Let's see. I need a label maker too, Mallory. I need a label maker too. So I've got a fairly substantial eye on, and I'm gonna do a darker lip because I love it and I feel like that's my thing and I like it, so I'm gonna do it anyway. But I don't want to do a real heavy eye and a real heavy cheek and a real heavy lip. I feel like for me that looks like a little too much. So this right here is one of our blushes in number 6. I haven't marked it on there. Right now it's just number 6. That's the name of it. But I'm gonna go in and use this one because it's gonna give me a little cover, but it's not gonna be, or a little cover, a little color, but it's not gonna be super heavy, so that when I have a darker lip on and I have darker eyes, then it's still gonna look balanced, and this color is beautiful. And so I use just an angled brush, also part of my Amazon Kabuki brush set, right? And heavy, light-handed, this kind of a pinky peach color. And again, I'm gonna go on right on top of that cheekbone right there. Just like that. See that? Right there. And I wanna bring it down and do right, like on the outer apple. I guess this would be the inner, right up next to your nose. That might be a little too far down. But right here, kind of from the apple up, right above that contour. See, it just gives me a little bit of color there. Okay, same. Going for twins, not sisters on this side. Like to just, and again, right, I will always like to go in with a little bit lighter hand, and then I can always add more. Okay, just like that. Okay, see? We've got some color going on, but it's not taking away from what I've done up here with my eyes. So really beautiful color. You could put a little bit on your nose too, just to give you. Okay. Just a second, that's all it took. Not long. All right, you guys, now is my favorite part of the whole face for me, is the lipstick. I love some bold lipstick. I'm not gonna go super bold. I'm not gonna put on a bright red today. I'm not gonna match the truck on my shirt, but I'm definitely gonna do some lips. And I'm sorry, I keep popping over. I gotta dig into my brush here. Okay. And I will tell you, same thing. Scares me more than to have to retouch my lipstick throughout the day. I like to have a bold lip on, and I do not like black and have to mess with it. After I eat lunch, after I eat dinner, I want to put it on and forget about it. I don't care if I'm drinking water. I don't care if I'm eating on the run. I have not got time to touch that up. And so the color that I'm going to put on a lip liner. This is one of our lip liners in the color. I'm going to have to get a label maker and label these, you guys. Color 20. What? It's like a surprise. It's like a mystery. 20. Let me peel this back. 7. And then I'm going to put on one of our matte lip colors, and that sucker stays all day. So I'm going to go quiet for just a minute because I can't line my lips and talk at the same time, but just give me a second. And I will see. Okay, now I've lined it. I don't typically overline, but I do bring it right to the edge of the lip. And that's because that way, and you can see I've made it a little bit thicker line with the lip liner. That way when I go back in with the lipstick, I don't have to take my lipstick right to that line. And run the risk of pulling the lipstick off of the lip. I feel very like 1996 right now with the lined lip. But we're gonna fix it in just a minute. Okay. So that's the liner. Then I'm gonna go right in here. So this is one of our matte, long-lasting lipsticks in the color Wild Rose. Okay. See, blends beautifully, beautifully. I know that lip liner looked a little like pink. Sister. You can put it on with this lipstick right here, and it's just gonna enhance the edge a little bit. Okay. When I'm putting on a dark lipstick, I really like to take my time and be very precise because you don't want it to bleed. And if it a little piece of fuzz right there. If it gets off your lip, then it can be, are you Vanessa? If you need any help, girl, just reach out. Let me know. Let me know. If it gets off your lip at all, it can be very difficult to fix. So it shouldn't intimidate you. Again, all makeup can be redone, but if you are in a little bit of a hurry or you just don't have the time, sometimes slow is fast, right? So you can't see it. I got some on my teeth. You can't see it, but this is this layer is already drying, and I like to put just an extra layer on. You guys, a little bit, I'm gonna post a before and after. I wore this very same lip color 2 days ago, and I put it on in the afternoon because I had worked out and I had showered, and that's when I just kind of like got ready for the day. And I, of course, had a picture after I put it on. And then I went through the rest of my day. We had dinner. I also fell asleep on the couch again. I feel like that's a theme. Maybe I do that a lot. I fell asleep on the couch. I woke up. I mean, this was a solid like 10 hours later. And this lipstick was still on. And I don't mean still on and like super faded and needed to be retouched. I mean, it was still on. And so I have the before and after. I'll post it later. This little baby right here. Breakfast, lunch, all day, like I said. Once I put my makeup on, I'm not retouching it. I don't have the time or the inclination to do that. And this allows that to be. So this is a dark lip too. We have some lighter colors. It doesn't matter. This is gonna stay like this for hours. Hours and hours and hours. Without me doing anything else. Without me having to reapply glosses, any of that stuff. Just like this, just the way I put it on. So we're done. Now, I prefer this type of lip, right? I like a bold colored lip. You could go back in, and it won't mess it up. I could go back in and put a little concealer or foundation right here and ombre this out. Could totally do that. You could put a gloss over this if you wanted to and put a sheen to it if you like that. I'm gonna leave it like this for tonight because I like it. Because I like it this way. So I have just two more things I'm gonna do. I know you guys have held with me for a long time and I really appreciate it. And it's been so much fun, you guys. It's been so much fun. And the last two things I'm gonna do is I am gonna put a little bit of highlighter on my face. So you'll notice when I put on the concealer earlier, I only put it on my eyes. If you didn't have it, if you weren't on with me earlier, go back, check the replay. I just have it under my eyes. I could have also put it down my nose right here to highlight my nose. I could have put it right up here to highlight here. I could have put it on my chin. Sometimes I do that. Tonight I didn't. What I am gonna do, however, is put a highlighter on though, just to highlight those areas. So this is our highlighting palette, and I'm trying to see, you can see here, if I pull it back a little bit. So in the highlighting palette, we have a highlighter with a little bit pinker shade to it. This one has a little bit more yellow tone to it, and this one has an orange. So if I was, midsummer and I was super tan, or I had makeup on my face that had more of a orange, palette to it, I would probably go in with this one. Tonight I've got quite a bit of pinks on my face. I'm gonna use this one. I think it's called Hibiscus, and I really like, I've used all of them. I really like this one, and I'll show you why in just a minute. You guys are gonna love it. You just take it in here because it just, see that? It doesn't actually add a lot of color. It just adds just that little bit of shine so that it catches the light. So good, so good. See, I just, right above that cheekbone, right there, just catches the shine. So I'm gonna do it right here as well. I did not contour my nose earlier, but just with that little bit of shine right there. I still have some highlighting, that's why it's called highlighter. Still have some highlighting right there on my nose. And you could go in just a little bit up here. Just a light touch. I'm just creating, again, just like with the contouring, I just want some dimension on my face. If you wanted to do the top of your lips right there. See? Just gives you like a really nice glow. And not a glow all over, just in the right light. It just gives you that little bit of glow. It's so nice. Okay, then the final touch. The final touch. I'm gonna go back to the lashes. They've dried now. Again, this is our lash, it's our lengthening mascara. Oh no, Vanessa. Okay, Vanessa, I'm almost done. Just hang in there, girl. Hang in there. So this is our, I can't even think now. This is our, what is this called, you guys? What is this? This is our eyelash curler. This is our eyelash curler. So now that the formula is dry, I'm gonna go in. I curl my lashes after they're on. Look what that did. This is good. This one's even better. I'm just gonna, oh, thank you, Vanessa. I love it. I love this mascara. And it is long lasting, you guys. I've definitely worn this sucker all day. And I like to get, I didn't really get a good grip on that one. I like to get right up at the root. Sometimes I pinch my eyelid, and that's when I know I've got it. Just gently release it. Look at that. Okay. All right. I think that's where I'm gonna leave it. So, full Farmasi face. Thank you guys so much for being with me tonight. Thank you for watching and chatting with me and taking the time to spend time with me tonight. If you have any questions about anything I've used in the video tonight, if you want to know how you can get any of this 50% off, if you want to be part of an amazing team, reach out to me. I would love to talk to you. I would love to just help you with your makeup, sister. I would love to help you with anything that you need. And I'm grateful that you came on and watched with us tonight and just watched me enjoy my makeup, you guys. I love it. I love it. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. Stay fit, stay fabulous, ladies, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.